We look at 1 Timothy chapter 3, verses 2 to 7, and he said, or let me read from verse 1. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, because this is what we go on now, everybody is bishop, this and that, and they look, what is a bishop? A bishop is an overseer, a watchman. It's like an elder among the other pastors. So it's even apostles that ordain bishops. So apostles are higher than bishops. A pastor can be a bishop. An evangelist can be a bishop. Just like an elder that God has placed some other bishops, you know, it's like number one among, some other pastors, other ministers. That's all. But you see, the papacy turned the position of a bishop with a lot of, what do I call it? And made people now to think that bishop has specialty. There's no specialty in a bishop. I'm a bishop, but it's nothing. I'm an apostle of God, which is much higher than a bishop, if I go by that. So, he said, a bishop then must be blameless. You see? He said, like I said, that a bishop is an overseer. He oversees what happens among other pastors. He must be blameless. The husband of one wife. Now go and see now, so many bishops are divorcees in the church as an organization. So many of them are divorcees. So many. They'll give you so many reasons why they should remarry. Their wife is attacking their ministry. Their wife is committing immorality. All these things that the Lord took care of in the Bible. They're just lying. And then he said, the husband of one wife, except the wife is dead, and God leads him to remarry. That's all. Only in the Lord, though, not if he has girlfriend by the side. Now he said, vigilant, he must be very vigilant. He must be sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality. He must be very hospitable to receive visitors, strangers, because by so doing, he will entertain angels unknowingly. He must be apt to teach. Apt to teach means ready to teach. Anytime you wake him up, he knows what God has already, because he's communing with, he's always having a communion with God. Not, let me go and prepare message. No. Those things are sermon. He has testimonies. His body is full of testimonies. So if he opens his mouth, he's already teaching. Not given to wine. You see? Shouldn't be a drunkard. Not given to wine. No striker. Not greedy or filthy lucre. Greedy or filthy gain. Filthy gain. That's what we see all over. You want to make gain from every sort. But patient. Not a brawler. That means a fighter. Or he who strives. Not covetous. That's what we see all over now in Christendom. Very, very covetous men and women that call themselves ministers of God. Very, very covetous. With the gospel of give me, give me, give me. They keep on collecting everything the members have to store for their own. One that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. You see, he must be one that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity, means with all force, with all seriousness. You know, there are what we see in Christendom is unimaginable. So many people at a very tender age, their children are wild. When I say wild, I mean they are already more powerful than the men. They can't talk. Say, well, I don't know, I've spoken to him. Until that child becomes 20 years. The Bible makes it very clear. Age of redemption. That is when you can say you are handsing off. But all this attitude of, you leave the person, like we have so many slacker men and women when they do it to their wives, they come and do it to the children. And at a very tender age, the child is so wild that he wants to even beat the parents. The Bible said, you must bring that children under with all subjection. Sorry, bring the children in subjection, bring them to submit with all gravity, with all seriousness, with all force. God never condemned it, because some people will say, like in the Western nation, you can't beat him, this and that. It's story. The Bible makes it very clear. Then he said, for if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God? If you cannot rule your own house, if you can't bring your children under subjection, how can you take care of the church of God? It's not possible. It must not be a novice. A novice means a new convert. Someone that is just converted, he doesn't even know anything. Piam! Maybe because he has money, whatever, he find his way and he be made a bishop. He wouldn't be a novice, a new convert who knows nothing. Less, being lifted up with pride. Yes, pride will begin to, when they now put all those phylacteries and the rest of them, which is not even what God is saying. It's not even done for the church as an organism. You know? So, the person will fall with pride. He will fall into condemnation of the devil. Then, moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without, that is among unbelievers, lest he fall into reproach and the snare of the devil. You see, he didn't talk much about believers. Why? Because if you are really following the truth, most believers will not support you. That's what we see in Christendom. Bishop is an overseer. He's a watchman. He's a shepherd. So, I just took that one. So, we have to see one of the conditions God gave. Not just say you are a bishop. You know? Then, so, he will not be a divorcee. The husband of one wife. He has to be a man that strives daily to know God and also partake of his sufferings. He will be ready to keep suffering persecutions with Christ and not be counting himself as one who has made it. He won't be a hireling that runs away when persecutions come. You know, leaving the sheep to scatter. He has to care for the sheep. Why? By laying down his life for them. He won't be a novice, that is a new convert, who has got no experience, else the devil will get back at him and pull him down. You should know how to divide the word of God. Yes, Paul said it. Say, study to show yourself approved. A workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So, you should know how to divide the word of God so as to be able to teach the sheep a sound doctrine, which is the present truth.